Hello and welcome to my favorite customer experience topic of all time, connected customer journeys, contact center and beyond. My name is Vinod Muthukrishnan. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Cisco's Webex customer experience business, and I'm here to tell you a very personal story. I moved to the United States a little under 5 years ago, and when I did, like anyone in a new country, I needed access to credit. Now, I was a startup founder. I didn't make that much money, and obviously that credit made a big difference to my life. So I applied to every credit card I could, and I got the same exact answer. You don't have income history, you don't have credit history, you're not getting this. Little over 3 months later, I get this letter in the mail which says, guess what? You're eligible for a credit card. Apply now. So I did. I go to the website as instructed, give them all of my details, patiently type in the 24-digit alphanumeric key that they gave me to identify my offer. And at the end of that, I did, I don't know, a dozen processes, and then it asked me for 2 years of income history. So I'm obviously surprised. I escalate to chat and I ask questions. Chat is very generic. So I called to support. And support essentially first asks me to identify myself, makes me repeat all of the information I just patiently put into that website, including the 24-digit alphanumeric key, at the end of which they tell me what I knew 30 minutes ago, which is that I needed 2 years of income history. Then I said, I don't have that, and I thought your offer took that into cognizance, and then very unhelpfully they said, well, I guess you're not eligible for that credit card. Can I help you with something else? I said, no, that would do. So that was my customer experience journey. And what I felt at the end of that was essentially that each team did its job. Marketing did what they were supposed to do. The team that is supposed to help me consummate the transaction did what they're supposed to do. When I called into support, the agent was not unhelpful, but he worked essentially with the data he had on hand and went on to tell me I'm not eligible for that credit card. What all of these teams working in silos did not get is that I'm actually that elephant. And much like that elephant, 5 years later, I still remember that poor customer experience. And that is really the trend we're going to dive into today. 80% of businesses actually believe they offer superlative customer experience. But between you and me, hand to heart, only 8% of us agree that that's actually the case. And that is the disconnect that we are trying to bridge with everything we're going to tell you over the next 15 minutes. What's inside the disconnect? The marketing team did its job. It actually got a hot prospective lead onto the website. The website was beautifully laid out, so I actually had no trouble filling in the information, though the 24 digits were probably a little too much. When I had a problem and I escalated to support, support essentially told me what was factually true, which is that I did not qualify for that credit card. And well, there was no loyalty phase. Now the reason you have this problem is because you've shipped your org chart to the customer's life. Instead of living the customer's journey vicariously, you've essentially broken down that journey into organizations as they exist inside the company, forgetting that the customer has only one journey. It is called the customer journey. When something goes wrong in that journey, the customer goes on a support journey. When the customer finds something they can buy in the midst of that journey, it becomes a sales journey. In essence, there's only one journey. And solving for this and understanding this journey is at the heart of creating truly superlative customer experiences. Now, before we go forward, I actually want to bring in a very special guest. Carlos at Paychex is trying to solve for the next generation of customer experience challenges. And I'd love for Carlos to come in and tell us what his customer experience vision is, what he's solving for, and how this platform can help. Carlos, welcome on board.
First and foremost, thank you so much for having me. My name is Carlos Kong. I'm the Director of Enterprise Technology Services here at Paychex, a leading provider of human capital management solutions for HR, payroll, benefits, and insurance.
So Carlos, I've had the pleasure and the privilege of hearing about your CX vision, the picture you've painted for us and the one we're working with you on. Please do share for the benefit of this audience what yours and Paychex's customer experience vision is.
You know, Paychex is celebrating its 50th year in business. We wouldn't have gotten here today without the hyper focus that we have on a great client experience. Our customers, in which we have 700,000 of them across the country, expect a high quality of service from our service providers each and every time that they contact us for whatever the question may be. And frankly, we've always believed in giving customer choice. And that choice comes in the means of whether it's self-service through our award-winning Flex application or contacting one of our highly qualified service providers through email, fax, chat, SMS. And we've provided that options pre-COVID, and it came in handy during COVID as we experienced a high volume of even more requests for service throughout the pandemic, offering various solutions like the PPP loan just in time for many of our small businesses across the country.
That's awesome. Now, I know customer experience is sort of the unconquered frontier, right? The more we invest, the more we know we need to do. So, take us through what customer pain points, what enterprise pain points you're trying to solve for. And I'm pretty certain that all the enterprises in the audience will kind of resonate with your enunciation of what the pain points really are.
Like most companies out there, um, we always want to understand what the customer intent is and what the customer effort is. You know, there is a cost to service your customers. You want to make sure that you're providing the most efficient experience possible. And when your customers call you, I'm sure that they just want to get to the end state as soon as they can. Like us, they're busy. They're in back-to-back meetings. I'm sure they're navigating through all the complexities of COVID like the rest of the world. And when they call you, it should be a really great experience. And for us, we're really focused on understanding that customer experience from A to Z. We want to know from the time they entered into the application, what they were trying to do, what their intent was, to the time they contact our service providers, accessing through our contact center technology. We want to be able to serve them up with the responses and the information that they need so they can move on with their day to day.
That is awesome. Now, obviously, customer experience and customer journey is a topic very close to my heart. So, why did you pick Cisco, and what is it that you hope to do?
The Cisco API based solution to me is incredibly compelling. It allows me to integrate with all of my homegrown IP based applications and have that the power of aggregating all of those analytics and all of that data into this platform. Now I should be able to say when my customer comes into my award winning Flex application and I understand what pages maybe they're accessing the most, from what point of entry did they then escalate over to a chat or an interaction with one of my service providers? From that interaction, how long did it take? What was some of the sentiment and some of the transcription that came out of that? And then the end result of tying back into what that customer experience was from their lens gives me the power now to go back to my teams, both from a technology and service perspective, and really put together a nice way of improving that customer experience, understanding customer intent for the next time that they come in and have to access our services, and really make it that much more efficient for our clients.
So, Carlos, I'm going to transcribe this call, absolutely steal your content, and make that my marketing copy, because that is the exact articulation of a very set use case that we are solving for with the Journey as a Service platform. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you, learning from you, and bringing your CX vision to life. And I hope next time this year we're on the same stage talking about all the incredible outcomes that the Journey as a Service platform powered at Paychex. Carlos, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and I hope that it's in person.
I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about how we bring that vision to life. And it essentially goes down into breaking the customer journey into 4 elements: the ability to listen, identify, analyze, and most importantly, act. Listening involves the ability to listen to every single activity in a customer's journey. It could be clickstream data sitting on some analytics tool. It could be transactional data sitting in an ERP. It could be a cross-channel interaction data from the contact center. It could be a VOC or customer sentiment data either from a survey, from within the call, or any other third-party source. And the ability to bring it all together in the customer journey is the heart of truly listening to the customer's journey. When you listen to a customer's journey, it gives you the unique ability to progressively identify and profile the customer. Now, the reason this is important is because you're a little more than the 5 fields that the CRM knows about you. To build a progressive profile means to learn something about the customer every single interaction and become smarter about the analytics that you do on it. And that analytics includes what do you do, why do you do what you do, and what drives your NPS, what drives your willingness to transact, what drives your willingness to evangelize a brand and give a great review, and what causes you to churn. And that is in a sense the holy grail of customer experience. So when you know the journey, when you're learning something about the customer every single day and you've analyzed all this data, you do the most important thing, which is to act. And this platform, on a real-time basis, once it sees the customer journey happen, has the ability to orchestrate action. That could be as simple as giving you the right offer at the right time and channel, but really it goes up in bringing a virtual or a human agent with complete cognizance of your customer journey, context, and your propensity, so they can move away from starting with how can I help you, which is very unhelpful, to I know your problem, we are sorry about that, here's how I can help you. And that's the massive paradigm shift in customer experience that we're trying to bring with this platform. You can even connect with someone who's a knowledge worker outside of the contact center on a Webex app environment, on video if you want, and truly broadens the horizon of what this platform can do. The point is, how do we keep you on the happy path so your customer journey goes the way you wanted it to go when you embarked upon it. So you bring the four together, it's listen with real-time journey tracking, identify with the dynamic profiling engine, analyze with the advanced analytics module, and a powerful orchestration engine that allows you to act at the right time in the customer journey. Now from a tech perspective, this is a completely built at Cisco homegrown stand-alone platform, which is programmatic and API first. It has a hyperscale event processing engine at the heart of it, which can handle any scale your enterprise can throw at it. It is natively built as a multi-cloud platform, which is serverless in its architecture, and comes with something you've always associated with Cisco, strong data governance policies. Now, as you'll see in the demo, I know it's API first and programmatic, but it does come very beautifully into the Webex contact center environment. I'm as excited as you are, I'm sure, about the demo, so let's cut to that quickly.
Hello, my name is Elena. Here we have an imaginary car insurance website, which is already wired up to our APIs in order to collect all significant user interactions. This means that all of the user's mouse clicks and input entries are captured in our system. For the next minute or so, I will be impersonating a customer who is interested in getting a car insurance quote. Oh look, they want my zip code. I can enter that in. Okay, they want my name and email. They also want my address. I can enter that in. As a user, Elena might begin to feel frustrated at this point. Arg, they're asking way too many details. I sure hope this is the last page. By this point, the user has visited 4 pages and might be reaching the limit of his or her patience. Gosh, I'm super frustrated and I don't have the time to complete this. Oh look, an agent wants to talk to me. I think they could help me a lot.
Hi there, my name's Kevin. Is this Elena?
Yes, hi Kevin.
Hi Elena. How's it going? I see you're trying to get a quote for a Honda Civic?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I'll see if I can help you with that.
Okay, that would be great, thanks. Now, as an observer of this customer experience, you will notice the customer got frustrated at how many questions there were and how long it was taking. That's where our technology comes in to save the day. Instead of the customer abandoning the website, we have a live agent step in to help the customer finish their experience. This agent will also have pre-gathered data on hand to assist the customer more quickly and effectively. Like how Kevin already knew I had a Honda Civic. Now that you've seen this demo, I'm going to pass it on to Kevin. He will showcase our customer journey widget along with our integrations with IMI Mobile, Webex Experience Management, and Webex Contact Center. Thank you.
Here's how agents can benefit from journey features. Our customer journey widget integrates directly into Webex Contact Center. When I begin a new interaction, the customer's aliased profile is loaded from the Journey API, along with the history of their activity. Events are grouped for easy navigation, and event types are easy to toggle, allowing me to zero in on the most relevant interactions and gain perspective on the fly so I can resolve the customer's concerns more efficiently. A live stream is visible as well, giving me real-time data as they trigger new journey events. In this demo, you saw the customer experience of trying to complete a task, reaching a pain point, and requiring assistance. You saw how Journey Features utilized WebEx to connect a customer to an agent for live support. Finally, you saw an agent's experience and how Journey Features provide real-time context to help create a better, more effective experience for everybody.
I hope you all enjoyed that demo as much as I did. Now imagine my journey was Elena's. Let's go back to the story I told you. At so many times in that customer journey, the credit card company had the ability to make my experience better, either by proactively reaching and ensuring that I never reach the contact center, or when I do, it's not that they had to give me the credit card, but if the agent had context, journey, empathy, and started with, I know the problem, here's how I can help you, instead of how can I help, and then going on not to help me. And that in essence is what we're solving for with Cisco's customer journey as a service platform. So what's the next steps? Please do scan that QR code, come to cjazz.cisco.com. There's tons of content in there, lots of code snippets, lots of APIs, demos, use cases, and more. I'm excited about this, and I sincerely hope, to quote a cliche, we can take you along this journey with us. Thank you so much for your time.